Hey guys, Sackman here. Welcome back to another video. And today, unfortunately, I'm on the Minecraft Wiki, the fandom one. The worst wiki ever created. And if you want to know why it's the worst wiki, just use it for like 5 seconds and you'll be bombarded with ads and incorrect information. And newest of all, for why this wiki sucks, is right here on the left side, something they call blacksmith. And crazy enough, I've seen barely anybody talk about this, so I figured I'd beat them, and be the first one to do it, I guess, unless my YouTube search criteria is wildly inaccurate. But as you can see here, it's Minecraft AI slop build generator. Because fandom, they said, hey, how can we make our site even worse? I know, let's add an AI build generator straight up on the homepage. And you're probably thinking, hey, at least AI Minecraft build generator, it's gotta be cool, right? No, absolutely not. It is garbage. And I'm gonna show you why, because these 11 things right here, medieval castle, underground base, swimming pool, they all suck. And I've only looked at the castle so far, so I'm really excited to get into the rest of them. Live reaction with you guys. So let's start with the one I've already seen, the medieval castle. And as you can see here, you already know what's in store. Garbage AI Minecraft build. I almost want to assume that somebody built this and just uploaded it and said it was AI, but as you'll find out, that is not the case because you can really generate anything, and with varying results, I'm not surprised. But let's take a look at this castle build here. Probably not how I would go about it because, it's very bland. We got they got the four spires we all come to know about these castle builds, but I'm led to believe that each one of these is one block, but I could be wrong because it says 1,240 stone bricks, and this does not look like 1,000 stone bricks unless I have a bad judgment and call on these blocks here, which could be the case because every time I go to fill in a creeper hole, I always grab like 20 less dirt than I need, so I could be wrong. But anyways, back to the matter on hand. The coolest part about this is that you can actually look at it piece by piece, level by level. Wow. So it really is one block each, huh? Interesting. If you wanted to build this in Minecraft, you totally can. And if this is too hard for you to follow, they do have construction phases where they tell you how to build it piece by piece, with very accurate descriptions. Wow. Look at that. Outer walls, that's definitely something, right? But this one is a hard build, so let's find something a little easier. Maybe a treehouse is easier. Oh yeah, it's medium. And it's definitely a tree. Look at that. Wow. And you can almost see the house in the middle. Let's look at this. The cabin and deck. Oh, yep, that's definitely the inside of a treehouse, Don't forget to place your, what is this? Glowstone in the middle there. Just so you can have, light on the inside, I guess. That's cool. Wow. Yep. Azalea leaves and spruce planks, huh? Not even... Oh no, it's oak logs. I was gonna say, like, why would you want to build a tree out of planks? But, yep, oak logs and all that. That looks like it's a lot of fun. It's only gonna take you 3 to 5 hours, so better get to it. Let's try something else. Let's try a modern house if you don't want to live in a tree. Yeah, it's definitely a house. Hard to see where the doors are at, but I guess you can just improvise that part. I kind of like the castle roof, It kind of really reminds you of what we already looked at. And a giant glass wall. Yeah, you know what? I would probably build this in Minecraft. Not. It's actually, like, I'm not joking, it's garbage. No furniture on the inside either. Interesting. Okay. Let's try something a little different. An underground base. Yep. That's, definitely looks like it's an underground base. I guess we should probably look on the actual inside to find out what it looks like. Huh. Okay. Well, we got, chests and stone buttons and bookshelves, I guess, on the inside. You know what? You guys should totally build this. You know what? I'm gonna build an underground base that looks just like this because I want to have a cool base in Minecraft. Yeah, let's build something else. You know what? Oh, I mean, they added cherry groves to Minecraft. I guess you could build this Japanese build. You know, Lucky Landing looking building here. I guess you get. It's actually it's pink wool for the trees, so don't use cherry blossoms because you got to use pink wool instead. This probably is like 8 years outdated. Mm, yeah, you know what? That's pretty neat, I guess. Hopefully, you went to the Nether and got all that quartz beforehand so you can build this. Let's look at a space station. That's probably going to be cool. Not really. I mean, at least the build is centered. Yeah, this is definitely a. It's you can make it spin. Look at that. This is really cool. You know. Oh, you got to go mining for some iron blocks. That's 9 stacks of iron blocks there. Hopefully you guys have an iron farm or something. Let's take a look. Yeah, the corridors. Yeah. It says 4 pressurized corridors, 6 blocks long each. And that is 5 blocks, so that is inaccurate. I want a refund. I don't want to build that. Let's build a volcano layer. Comes complete with floating lava and a little structure on the side for, I'm guessing that part's the actual layer part. That is so cool. You know what? It makes me want to go build a volcano in my forever world. But I don't want to spend 4 to 7 hours on a volcano. Let me build something else instead. The Eiffel Tower. Which actually, it looks like it's harder. But you know what? 5 to 8 hours for a giant tower made out of 15 stacks of iron blocks, even though that looks like 2 stacks. You know what? Get to work. Yeah, look at that. I'm sure that if you go to Google Images, you can find anything better than this. Oh my god. The Taj Mahal. I can't wait for it to say 8 to 12 hour build. Nope, 3 to 4 hours. The Taj Mahal is easier to build than a freaking, a treehouse? How long would it take to build a treehouse again? 3 to 5 hours? Okay. So, it's technically, it takes less time to build a Taj Mahal than a treehouse. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to the Nether for this one. And grass blocks? You might as well hope you have a giant flatland if you don't got silk touch. Wow. It looks like 4 phallic objects right here. I don't want to say penis because I might get demonetized. Whoops, I said it anyways. Let's look at a swimming pool. Probably the most basic build out of all of these, other than the freaking treehouse maybe. But you know what? How can they mess up a swimming pool? You know what? I gotta hand it to them. It's not that bad. I mean, they definitely lacking a little bit of creativity here, but what can you say? They even got different levels. Yeah. So if you want to go in the deep end, you can go on this side with the diving board. At least AI knows that. Gotta hand it to them. That's pretty cool. Yep. Well, that's yeah, look at that. Fill with water. Oh, but that's not all. If you don't want to build any of these 11 things, you can choose your own thing to put in here. So let's say you want to just build I don't know, a creeper. You can type generate and it will generate a creeper for you. You know what? I might have missed the update when they changed the creeper texture, but you know what? With all the recent changes in Minecraft, like the baby mobs and the cushions and all that, they probably did update the creeper and I just didn't notice. So if you see this thing coming at you, it's a creeper. Run for your life. It's gonna blow up. I'm cutting the sarcasm. What the actual fuck is this? You cannot be serious. You're telling me this is a creeper? You know what? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, 4 separated legs, so it thinks it's a Minecraft creeper, but it's not. Let's see if it can build something else. Maybe a little simpler. How about an Enderman? Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's a tall figure, alright. I gotta say it's a little more accurate than the creeper one, but I'm not gonna be building this in my world because it looks disgusting. Let's try something else. Let's try like, I don't know. Let's see if they can build a car. You know what? I want to be able to drive into my Minecraft village. So if you want to build a car, this is what it looks like. You're gonna need a lot of concrete for that. Yeah, 24 stacks of concrete to build a car. Well, no car is complete without a parking lot to put it in. And we love parking lots. So let's build a parking lot in Minecraft using AI. And as you can tell, it takes a long time to think because it's like, ooh, got to put all these amazing ideas together and come up with something natural, right? It's actually almost absurd. You know what? I respect the hustle. I respect it, but we're gonna cut. Oh, we're not gonna cut because it's done already. And I gotta say, if your parking lot looks like the amulet from Minecraft Story Mode, you're probably doing something wrong. Well, what do you mean? Like, what is this? So I can say that this is probably the office you go to pay for all your parking tickets because you didn't know where to park because there's no like sense of direction here. Site prep. Oh yeah. Structures. Attendant booth. Well, that's true. Light poles. Oh, you know what? Those are light poles. You're right. I'll give them that one. Pretty creative. Add the perimeter fence. What? What fence? There's no fence. They say add the perimeter fence and gate posts, but there's not even like a fence in the actual materials list. So that is just incorrect. But you know what? I'll give them a pass this time. What else should we build? You know what? Let's think for a second. Should we just build like a tree? A tree with no house? Oh yeah, that's a tree, all right. And it looks like we caught the tree in the middle of its leaves falling, so that's just for decoration. I gotta say, it's actually, I mean, like, for trees, can't get much worse than that, I guess, you know? Gotta add 2 layers? Oh, they didn't know when to stop. Wow. Interesting. But let's say that you don't want to build something simple like a car or a tree. You want to build something from a video game like Mario or Fallout. Let's try those. Let's see if we can build Mario in Minecraft. What the actual what am I looking at? I mean, you know what? I see the vision. They got his overalls, they got his mustache, they got the iconic rocket that's on his hat. I gotta say, makes me want to play some 3D World because that is cool. And speaking of rockets, let's build the red rocket from Fallout because that is awesome and it's a good settlement location. And I want to build it in my Minecraft world. Taking forever. I'm gonna cut ahead now. Okie dokie. Get it? That's a Fallout reference. You know what? I gotta say, it's not terrible. I gotta say, they actually, they kind of nailed it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it still looks like crap because you know what? Like, let's compare the two, okay? This is the red rocket from AI, Block Bench, Smith, whatever the fuck it's called. And this is the red rocket from Fallout. In case you haven't played the games and don't know what it looks like, you know? I gotta say, you know what? I'll give this one, like, I gotta say, out of all the custom builds so far, this is probably the best one. Because, you know, very, very cool. But you know what my favorite game is Little Big Planet. So let's try to build Sackboy from LBP because they should know what that means. I hope. Good golly, what am I looking at? It's a Cyclops Sackboy. They took a new spin on it, huh? Well, I mean, I see the vision. I see the body figure. Like, they got the shape right, but the details not so much. And also, they put is that a sword going through his head? A stylized, blocky recreation of Sackboy from Little Big Planet. At least they knew that. Stitched burlap body, oversized head, and simple costume details. Yep, that's definitely. Let's see the. It's called Finishing Touches. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing up here. Maybe they thought the eyes were supposed to be up here. I don't know. But you know what? I think I've had enough of this. And if I haven't been clear, do not use this. It is garbage. You're supporting horrible tactics using AI. I've only done this for the video. I'm probably never going to touch this again. Although I do have a fun idea for part 2 where I generate some random stuff and then actually build it in my forever world and just keep it there as a reminder of why this shouldn't exist. So if you guys want to see me do that, I guess, you know what, just leave a comment. I might do it anyways for like the 4 people that are watching this. But yeah, you know what? Never use this. You know what? Like, just like, get out of here. No more fandom. We're on the Google homepage now. And you can see my bookmarks. You know what? I'm a simple person. I don't need that much. If you're wondering why I have a word unscrambler, I couldn't tell you. But what I do know is that that site is AI slop. Which, if you... Okay, put a question mark for some reason. But if you type AI slop, it actually... You can spell lapis, which is from Minecraft, which is actually a sign that it's all connected. So, yeah. Don't build that thing. Don't build anything from that. Don't even use it. Don't even go to fandom. Just delete it. Never go back. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.